Welcome back to 5 companies, 1 country. This is episode 2. We're starting off as we started off last time with Falling Star Wrestling. I've just set this show up. 318 people at the Castle Hall tonight for Sucker Punch. And Furio's in the ring. And because last month, Tom Falcon beat me in the middle of this ring. You see, tonight, it is Pick Your Poison. We pick each other's opponent. So, Tom, you've picked me C.W. Davis to face tonight. Shut up, Falcon. Shut up. So he's based on the fans. Falcon is a waste of space and should be fired for 4 star. And then Tom Falcon's music is and everyone goes, "Hey, Falcon!" How dare you speak to them like that? The other fans are paying your checks, and tonight you've got to pick my opponent. Good. Who is it, Furio? Get the ref out here. I want that match now. Furio, your opponent tonight is Crusher Curtis. Ouch. A 38D minus. Of course, the Vampire versus Fan owns match storylines fans for that. In a decent match, Crusher Curtis defeated from Falcon in 14-15 by pinfall distraction from Furio. Falcon 41, Crusher Curtis 39. No work appearance. He was already off his game tonight. 39D minus. In a decent match, the Team Raw defeated the Pitbulls in 14-42 when Bolt was counted after being attacked by Jack Hammer. During the match, we also had Jaden Scar running and attack Big Joe. Johnny Storm 47, Jody Flash 47, Big Joe 50, Bolt 45. No work appearance 45D. In about a decent action, but subpar wrestling, PVC, Patrick Vincent Crown defeated Sammy Smooth in 14-31 by pinfall. PVC 43, Sammy Smooth 21, no work appearance, 34E plus. In a decent match, Kip Sabian defeated Robbie Reed in 15-11 by pinfall, the springboard dropkick. Kip Sabian 37, Robbie Reed 34, 35E plus, no work improvements. In a bad decent wrestling with a cheat, Danny Duggan defeated Jonathan Windsor in 14-58 by pinfall. Danny Duggan 40, Windsor 32, Windsor improving in performance, so 36D minus. Oh, frick. In a decent match, Next Level defeated the Nathan Legion of Pain in 14-43 and Jaden Scott defeated Mitch Basher by pinfall. So this is the main event of the first half of the show because these companies normally have an interval. Mitch Basher 41, Crawley 42, Jack Hammer 49, Jaden Scott 48, no work points. And then before the interval, Next Level celebrating a victory. The Pitbulls running an attack, beating them down to the mat and throwing them all over the place. That gets a 30 plus. And when we come back after the interval, in a decent match, Ashley Stark defeated Lion Kid in 14-56 by pinfall. Ashley Stark 36, Lion Kid 39, 38D minus. In a decent match, Furio defeated C.W. Davis in 14-53 by pinfall. C.W. Davis seen off his game 42, Furio 38, no working with 40D minus. So yeah, I'm not adding anyone to the roster apart from the referee. In a decent match, King Kendo defeated George Rashford in 14-46 by pinfall. King Kendo's getting better his gimmick. King Kendo 45, Rashford 39. No work improvements, but King Kendo doing quite nice. A 39, a 42D, not bad. And then our main event tonight, Jimmy Starr versus Danny Collins versus Connors versus Walters. The big UK Star Storyline advanced segment gained heat, and the big names in a small pond have advanced for the segment and gained heat. And that match gets a 53C minus in the Barrowhead Fantastic Heat in decent wrestling. Matt Walters defeated Danny Collins, Joseph Collins, and Jimmy Starr in an elimination match in 25-01. The order elimination was Jimmy Starr's first, then Joseph Collins, and finally Danny Collins. Matt Walters is the Fallen Star champion. Danny Collins is not suited to his gimmick. Jimmy Starr 46. Danny Collins 51, Joseph Collins 58, Matt Walters 54. I haven't dealt with that on any of the things. The big UK storyline advanced gained heat, and so is the big names in small pond storyline advanced gained heat. No work for it, so that is the end of the night. Gets a 50D plus, showing increased popularity in one region, which is good. I will give it to Matt. I'm going to definitely give it to Joseph Connors, and I'm going to give it to Matt Walters. So that is the first show of the month done. There is 5 more to go. We've got Progress. We've got Progress. IPW, ASAW, and PCW. So this is the first one. We'll see you with the next one in just a little bit. Thank you for watching. Welcome back, and I'm going to date this video. It is the 24th. A week before you get to see this, I'm posting this to Facebook. But 5 companies, 1 country, episode 1, which is UK. I might do a USA one if this takes off. But before we even get off, Jimmy Havoc has hijacked this chapter 67. Be careful of the custard creams. You know, I thought I'd have a bit of fun with this. Jimmy comes out and he's got, you know, he ain't got his axe, but he looks really pissed. He goes, I've had it with Progress Wrestling as management. Yet again, making me face the champion in a non-title match, but putting me below the guest star from Lucha Underground and Drew Galloway. How the hell is Rey Mysterio more than importantly? Jim Smallman, get in this ring. And Jim goes, have it. The match card is set and it's not changing at the moment. But if you beat Will Ospreay tonight, we'll get what you want next month. And don't forget the team, Mum. And Jimmy goes, you better stick to it. Or my old friend the Axe is coming out. 53 C- to open uppers tonight at our show in Butland's Resort, Skegness. Nice, great way to open up, I think. Only Jim Smallman's on camera, but it wasn't based on him. It was based around Havoc's entertainment qualities. So, well done, Havoc. Giving us a great way to start. 38 D- in a bad subpar wrestling. A little heat. Ginny, Kate Harvey defeated Kaylee Ray and Tony Storm in 8:17 when Ginny defeated Kaylee Ray by pinfall with a middle rope X Factor. Kate Harvey 32, Ginny 36, Tony Storm 41, Kaylee Ray 44. No working movements. In a terrible match, David Moser defeated Eddie Dennis in 9:39 by pinfall the knee templar. David Moser off his game. David Moser 32, Eddie Dennis 22. Eddie Dennis improving in Rumble 27E. So yeah, we had to bring the International Express. That's not actually their names. Yojo Hinol and Joe Durning, because they beat #CCK over in All Japan Pro Wrestling for the United Kingdom tag team titles. So we brought them back to England. In a bad decent wrestling, but Little Heat Mustache Man defeated #CCK and International Express in 12:54. The order elimination was International Express first, and then CCK, and then Mustache Mountain are your WWE United Kingdom Tag Team Champions. Chris Brooks 41, Kid Lycos 47, Tyler Bate 55, Trent 7 45, Joe Durning 22, Yujiro Hino 36. He's improving in Rumble, which is nice, and Trent 7 in Techno, which is good, 43D. In above decent wrestling, we're doing cheat. Matt Riddle defeats Strangler Davis in 11:16 by following a botch interference by Walter. Matt Riddle makes defense number 1 of his Progress Atlantis title. Still haven't sorted that out. I should have done this. Yeah. Chief and Black and Davis. Yeah, I hadn't dealt with that. Strangler Davis 35, Matt Riddle 46. No work improvements, a 40 D-. I forget that each one of these has their own separate notepad, and I've got to look at it. In a poor match, Rory Johnson defeated Jack Smith and TK Cooper in an elimination match in 11:14. The order elimination was TK Cooper first, then Jack Smith. Jack Smith 36, Rory Johnson 36, TK Cooper 35, 34E+. In above decent wrestling with Dermot Cheat, Grizzly Young Vex defeated Sweet Jesus in 13:38 by pin when James Drake defeated Chuck Mambo by pin for Mr. Mayhem. Grizzly Young Vex make defense number 2 of their Progress titles. William Easer 32, Chuck Mambo 32, Zach Gibson 52, and James Drake 47. Chuck Mambo improving in performance. So Sweet Jesus is going to be back as a full-time team, and they're going to be feuding with the Grizzly Young Vex over the next few chapters up until probably December, because I'm not going to change it. So probably, certain amount of chapters, and then I'll go, probably chapter 70. I'll go, yeah, okay. They, can end that feud now. In a decent match, Bram defeated So 2 debuts tonight. Bram defeated Nick Aldis in 9:06 by pinfall with a curb stomp. Bram debuted the Ego Maniac gimmick on a shred of all for Bram's Ropes game. Bram's getting better at his gimmick. Nick Aldis, no gimmick needed. It's gone straight in off below average. Bram 34, Nick Aldis 62. No work permits. I brought him in. There's a few debuts tonight for Progress Wrestling that I brought in, as you heard. In above, I had Subpar Wrestling, a little heat session off. Martina defeated Laura Di Matteo and Xenia Brookside elimination match in 10:05. The order elimination was Xenia Brookside first and Laura Di Matteo. Session off Martina wins the United Kingdom Women's title. In terms of ring work, Session Moss was then joined with everyone else. Xenia Brookside was the weakness to help her performance. Session Moss Martina 50, Laura Di Matteo 38, Xenia Brookside 18. Laura Di Matteo improving in performance. In above, had decent wrestling, but little heat. Oh, these are 2 jobbers, I didn't realise. Chief Deputy Dunn defeated Ale Black Jr. in 10:04 by pinfall super kick 16F+. Yeah, we know. These 2 have great chemistry and performance, but they didn't like having jobbers. But Chief Deputy Dunn 42, Ale Black Jr. 41. Because they're jobbers, they only got 16F+ when that should have been a 40. That's bullshit. In about decent wrestling, but Dermot Cheat, Banter Edition defeated the Hunter Brothers in 12:39 when Dave Massive defeated Jim Hunter by pinfall the Senton Bomb. Alligator 50, Dave Massive 41. Lee Hunter 40, Jim Hunter 39. No work improvements. In about that decent estimate of a cheat, Walter defeated Mark Haskins in 10:34 by pinfall the Golden Bomb. Walter 38, Mark Haskins 52. Mark Haskins improving in performance of 45D. In about that good wrestling and a decent match card, Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Marty Skull in 15:40 by submission with a Sengia stretch. Marty Skull 58, Zack Sabre Jr. 64. He's debuted his Degenerate gimmick, got an initial rating above average. Zack Sabre Jr. fan favourite above initial rating of average. No work improvements. The old tag team storyline has started with this segment. In a good match, Stu Bennett defeated Doug Williams in 14:51 by Pivotal Wastelands. Stu Bennett has debuted without a specific gimmick. Doug Williams hasn't. His debut is no gimmick needed, so it's showing of awful. The match deserved better announcing. Stu Bennett 60, Doug Williams 60. No work of improvements of 53 C-. So a lot of these people are also going to be working for something like IPW UK or somewhere like that as well, just so I can use them. So Pete Dunne versus Travis Banks with the United Kingdom title on the line is next. In a decent match, Travis Banks defeated Pete Dunne in 1953 by pinfall the Aeroplane Slam. Travis Banks wins the United Kingdom Championship title. Travis Banks 54, Pete Dunne 61. No work improvements. The WWE storyline has advanced the segment and gained heat. So yeah, Pete Dunne has finally lost in this save. You know, I know that he didn't lose it in real life. He didn't lose it on the NXT pre-show, whatever you want to call it. While someone was in the Barclays Centre against Zach Gibson, but he's lost it to Travis Banks here tonight on Progress, so that's going to be interesting to see how that goes. So next up is the Will Ospreay versus Jimmy Havoc, and of course, in a decent match, Jimmy Havoc defeated Will Ospreay in 10:23:05 by the Death Valley Driver. Havoc 44, Ospreay 70. Havoc in performance and Ospreay in performance, which is nice. And next month's Mum, don't forget the tea. Oh, for frick's sake! I have enough problems trying to set this frickin' poster thing up. Thank you. Don't forget the tea, Mum. There's going to be Jimmy Havoc versus our main event star, Will Ospreay, one-on-one for that championship. That's your main event. Yeah, no. Thank you. Save. 45D plus. 49D is a video plays hyping up your main event as Rey Mysterio will take on Drew Galloway. In a good match, Drew Galloway defeated Rey Mysterio in 24:39 by pinfall the Scott Drop. Drew Galloway debuted his Rockstar gimmick. He's got a showing of awful. The matches are better announcing. Rey Mysterio 67, Drew Galloway 54. No workarounds. We end the show tonight with a 53 C-. Once again, we lose popularity in one region, but we increase it in 11, so I can't complain. Ray, Will, and Zach are the best stars of the night. They proved themselves, and we'll see you again for another UK wrestling show very soon, where you may get to see Rey Mysterio more often. I don't know whether I'm bringing him in permanently. It would be quite interesting to see what Progress would have done with him if they did ever hire him for a one-night deal. I know they had Phoenix in once. So we'll see you live again for something very soon. I think the next show is IPW UK, so get ready for some international pro wrestling. Thanks for watching. Welcome back to IPW UK. This is International Pro Wrestling. This is Swerved 2018. And with IPW, there's no angles tonight, but hey ho. We open up with Robbie X taking on Carl Noir. And in a decent match, Robbie X defeats Carl Noir in 8:22 by people with a handspring cutter. Robbie X 40, Carl Noir 42. 42D, not bad. Great way to start the show. In about that decent match, the crowd was Subpar Wrestling. Amazon defeat Brie Priestley, Katrina Waters, and Ashley Stark in an elimination match in 7:36. Brie was eliminated, then Ashley, and then finally Katrina. Amazon wins the IPW Women's title. Ashley Stark 39, Brie 26. Katrina 40, Amazon 29. Katrina improved in performance. Ashley Stark debuted her arrogant heel. It's got a short of average. Brie Priestley bitch, awful. Katrina Waters supernatural. She's got a great gimmick because it's already got to legendary. So great way to start tonight's show from Epic Studios in Norwich, England. I did that for Ashley Stark really because she's beautiful and she won't have far to travel. Jokes. No, but there you go. There's some more women on the roster later on. In a decent match, Adam Max Test defeats Sebastian 6:35 by pinfall. And Max Test had a ring performance 31, Sebastian 38, no work improvements. In a decent match, a rematch from last month, D&D Security this time get the win over the Hunter Brothers in 7:38 when Kira Donnelly defeated Jim Hunter by pinfall. Kira Donnelly 43, Danny Duggan 43, Keira Donnelly 30, Jim Hunter 39, Lee Hunter 40. And that's Summer Sizzler, which I think is a September one. Yep. I don't know when that will happen, but the rematch and the final time these two will meet this month for a while, but this will be the slobber knocker match because it's 1-1 now, so that'll be the final one. In a decent match, Jonathan Windsor defeated John Ryan in 7:39 by pinfall. Jonathan Windsor was really off his game, but these two have great chemistry, showed no performances. Windsor 30, John Ryan 42, no working rest 38 D-. In a poor match, Tony Storm and Viper defeated Chris Wolf and Livian Grace in 7:45, and Tony Storm defeated Chris Wolf by pinfall strong 0. So everyone's debuted their gimmicks. If you want to know what the gimmicks are, there you go. I'm not going to go through them all because it'll be all night. Livy Grace 31, Chris Wolf 28, Viper 35, and Tony Storm 41. Tony Storm improving in performance, a 36 D-. And this is our special attraction match brought to you straight from Impact Wrestling. Our new, our other supporters, Progress are doing a working deal with them. So we've got one with Lucha Underground as well, but I thought I'd use Impact. I wanted Ray Phoenix and Matt Sydal to appear more permanently with International Pro Wrestling UK. So in a decent match, Ray Phoenix defeated Matt Sydal in 15:11 by pinfall the Meteora. Ray Phoenix 42, Matt Sydal 48. No worker is a 46D. I will be bringing in Ray Phoenix and Matt Sydal on a permanent contract after tonight if they'll sign with us. Especially Ray Phoenix because I love Ray. He's brilliant. In a decent match, Eston Reeves, Darren Allen, Luke Dragon and Phoenix, and Stringer Davis defeat Shah. Samuels, Mark Haskins, James Mason, and Will Ospreay in 7:36 when the Eston Reeves defeated Mark Haskins by pinfall powerbomb. I'm going to work out a storyline for him because his main event he ain't got a storyline. Ospreay 70, Mason 53, Haskins 52, Shah 51, Stringer Davis 36, Luke Dragon 53, Darren Allen 34, and Eston Reeves 47. Will Ospreay improving in techno. David is Phil Singh, so it's very good. Darryl Allen is not suited to his gimmick. I don't think I actually wrote that down. Yes, I did. Okay, well, I ain't dealt with it. As I said, I'll do that after this month. I'll do that tomorrow morning because this will go straight back to me anyway. To this company, 56C minus, not bad. In a decent match, the Monsters defeated Flesh and Storm, Smooth and Storm, Filthy and Sexy in the 8:18. I need to make the shows longer because you can feel they're a bit washed. The order elimination was Filth and Sexy first, and Smooth and Storm, and finally Flesh and Storm. The Monsters are the IPW UK champions, and they basically eliminated everybody. Tron and Storm 48, Jody Flesh 52, Snare 31, Exodus 36, Star 38, Sammy Smooth 28, and Robert Sharp 37, and Jack Sexsmith 35. Snare improving in performance, Scott Starr in techno, and Jack Sexsmith in performance, which is not bad at 43D. In a decent match, Dave Mastiff defeated Bad Bones in 8:17 by pinfall the Cannonball. Bad Bones 32, Mastiff 43, Mastiff improving in Rumble, 40D minus. Special guest tonight, champion versus champion match. As Travis Banks is now your WWE United Kingdom champion, and he's on a special agreement because he's like the champion. I need one additional wrestler, but I can't get him until we're done the next Progress show. And then you've got Kip Sabian, who is our other special guest tonight. He's our Z-Force champion, so we're doing United Kingdom champion versus Z-Force champion here tonight. And Kip Sabian, it was Travis Banks wins, a 54C minus. Kip Sabian 47, Banks 57. No work in progress, but a 54C minus, not bad. In a bad had great heat and good wrestling, Jimmy Howard defeated Joseph Connors in 12:59 by pin for the Death Valley Driver. Connors 56, Jimmy Howard 52. No work in progress, 55C minus. In a good match, Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Bram in a 15-13 by submission with a single stretch. Bram had a egomaniac and a shrine of awful fan favourite average. Bram 42, Zack Sabre Jr. 68. The Why You Here storyline started with a segment. Of course, these all got stories. In a bad fantastic heat and good wrestling, Matt Smarty School defeated Nick Aldis in 13:52 by pinfall with the illegally using the ropes for leverage. Nick Aldis 55, School 53. Davey is no gimmick needed. The Big Star, not storyline, of 55C minus. In a bad fantastic heat and good wrestling, Drew Galloway defeats Stu Bennett in 23 minutes 24 by pinfall of Future Shock. Drew Galloway 54, Stu Bennett 52. Rockstar gimmick and his reign of awful. Arrogant heel, awful. Good friend storyline, no working prince, 54C minus. The video plays having Dolph Ziggler first off scenarios in your main event of the night, gets a 57C minus. In above had fantastic eating, good wrestling. Dolph Ziggler defeated Austin Aries in 25 minutes 03 by pinfall to Zigzag. Dolph Ziggler wins the IPW UK Heavyweight title. Dolph Ziggler 56, Austin Aries 56. No work improvements. Dolph Ziggler, David Ziggler, Maniacs, and of Awful. And that ends tonight's show. But why are we done? That is not what was meant to happen. He was meant to attack Austin Aries. But anyway, Dolph Ziggler is now the champion, isn't he? Oop. I have totally fucked this up. Anyway, yeah. So we'll swap Austin Aries and Dolph Ziggler around in their respective storylines. But that ends tonight's show. Increased our popularity in 12 regions. Not bad at all. That means it was a good show compared to what we normally do. If it increased our popularity in 12 regions, I'm really proud of everybody who worked on this show tonight. I think everybody did a great job, and we'll praise everyone for my speech to do. And we'll see you again for our next show, which I think is ASAW. ASAW and PCW always ends the show before we do our run through. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you for ASAW. Swerved. Company number 4 out of 5. Welcome to All-Star Wrestling Roadblock. I got the companies mixed up. Already I'm getting mixed up. Before the 400 people, which is not bad at the Cumbrian Civic Hall tonight. In the pool match, All Night Express defeated the UK Hooligans in 1456 when Kenny King defeated Zack Knight by pin for the Torture Rack DDT. Kenny King carried the match. That's quality in the colour commentary match of boost. Kenny King 41, Rick Titus 31, Zack Knight 25, Rory Knight 30. No working for 2036D. Oh god. And where has the game gone? Thank you. In above, I didn't have much heat and terrible wrestling. Chuck Mambo defeated Dave Finlay Jr. in 1530 by pinfall the Reef Breaker. Dave Finlay Jr. 18, Chuck Mambo 32. He was really off his game tonight. No work improvements. I know for a fact he can do better in 18. 28E. I should have opened up tonight. In a pool match, King Kendo defeated Adam Maxted in 1518 by pinfall. King Kendo debuted his monster gimmick. It's gone showing great. Adam Maxted seemed off his game, the announce quality, and the colour commentary match boost. King Kendo 41, Adam Maxted 28. No work improvements. There is some names coming in tonight, so just be aware. An extreme short match, Angelico, and that's where the timing went weird. Chris Ridgway defeated Angelico in 53 seconds by pin with the Tiger Bomb. Chris Ridgway 39, Angelico 42. Angelico improving in performance. Have I got another show? At next month's pay-per-view, at next month's ASAW live Twitch stream, you expect Chris Ridgway to be taking on Angelico in a match of some sort to fix that fuck up. In a terrible match, Ricky Knight Jr. defeats Sharp Boy in 1527 by pin with a 450 splash. Sharp Boy's getting better his gimmick, so is Ricky Knight. Sharp Boy 22, Ricky Knight Jr. 28. No work of rooms, this is why we're getting these matches out of the way at the beginning. So yeah, Oleg the Usurper is the WWE the main champion of that group I showed you. He's now the main champion, so he took out, whoever the hell I put on top, I think I put out EC3, so he took out EC3 to get that top championship. I mean his global championship. And then 27 and Tyler Bate, Mustache Mountain. So in a decent match, Sammy Smooth, Dave Mose and Adam Trace defeated Oleg the Usurper, Mustache Mountain, and Mustache Mountain in 1590 when Sammy Smooth defeated Oleg the Usurper by pinfall. In terms of ring work, Tyler Bates head and shoulders above everyone else. Sammy Smooth's weakness to the his performance. Sammy Smooth's his game, Adam Chase 40, Dave Mose 29, Sammy Smooth 25, Tyler Bates 62, 27 43, Oleg the Usurper 37, Trent Stone in Techno and Adam Chase in Techno. So they'll just here on a one night deal because we need to get another wrestler in because the roster's all a bit mucked and we'd have had to do a triple threat match out of these three. So I thought I'd bring in a few people to have a bit of fun with. In the pool match, Jack Smith defeated Ko Noir in 1439 by pin with the third net breaker. Ko Noir, or Car Noir, 36, Jack Smith 29, or Tom Dawkins as he used to be known as, 35E+. In above, I had decent wrestling with a much #CCK defeated Briscoes in 1447 when Chris Brox defeated Mark Briscoe by pinfall the Yakuza kick. Mark Briscoe 33, Chris Brox threw off his game. Mark Briscoe 45, Jay Briscoe 50, Kid Lycos 39, Chris Brox 38, Mark Briscoe improving and flying at 45D. In a decent match, Rich Swann defeated William Eva by pinfall the Chicken Fried Driver. Rich Swann's getting better his gimmick, so is William Eva. There seems to be a lack of flow. Rich Swann 45, William Eva 31. You don't have the Faith storyline started this segment. Reach out and touch Faith. In above our decent match crowd, Subpar Wrestling, Johnny Storm defeated Jason Prime in 17-12 by pinfall the rewind over Karana. Jason Prime 28, Johnny Storm 36. Jason Prime is visibly touring towards the end. Johnny Storm proving in form of 30-40+. In a decent match, Dave Mastiff defeated Bulk in 13-11 by pinfall the Lariat. Dave Mastiff Davies man-beast gimmick. It's going to show above average. Bulk 42, Dave Mastiff 46. The big man storyline and started with the segment. Dave Mastiff improving in Techno 45D. In above had fantastic heat and good wrestling. Ryan Reeves defeated Drew Galloway in 20-27 by pinfall the Suplex Power Slam. Drew Galloway 53, Ryan Reeves 56. Ryan Reeves in Rumble and Ryan Reeves in Performance. So good old Ryan. And that's a 55C-. You'll see him. If you want to see more of him, you'll watch the Impact series. James Storm versus JD Flash is your main event. We should have put Drew Galloway and Ryan Reeves in the main event. In above had good heat and decent wrestling. JD Flash defeated James Storm in 25-07 by pinfall the 27-20 Phoenix DDT. JD Flash makes defense number 1 of his ASAW Championship. Oh great, these two don't click. James Storm 47, JD Flash 33. Even though these two are now in the storyline for the next 3 months. Well, we can end it next month. Have a final clash next month and end the storyline. There. Right, anyway, that's the end of tonight's show. 43D, which is not too bad. Gonna definitely give it to my debuting star Ryan Reeves and Drew frickin' Galloway, and then I'm also gonna give it to someone else who was only here on a 1-night deal, but he turned up. He got a very short notice. He wasn't informed about coming here until, you know, yesterday. So Tyler Bate, thank you for turning up and being on our show. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got one more to do, and that is Preston City Wrestling. We'll see you at PCW. Thanks for watching. Welcome back. So this is PCW Fighting Glory live tonight, and we open up with for the 350 people at the Clumprian Civic Centre tonight in a decent match. Sammy Jane, Ginny Courtney and Gia Khan defeat Tony Storm, Viper and Xenia Brookside in 12:51 when Gia Khan defeated Xenia Brookside by pinfall the Ukarani. Gia Khan was physically retiring towards the end. Well, she should have bloody tagged out then. Gia Khan 31, 36, Ginny Courtney 41, Sammy Jane 31, Xenia Brookside 24, Viper 32, Tony Storm 43, Viper improving in Rumble. Moving up with the women's match of the night. In a decent match, Kenny Williams defeated Dean Allmark in 14:31 by pinfall. Kenny Williams makes defense number 1 of his PCW Cruiserweight title. Dean Allmark 34, Kenny Williams 29. The Cruiserweight storyline started with this segment. No workers. We'll run through all the stories for every company when we go for the overview and have a look at the titles and make sure we do the titles this time. In a poor match, the UK Hooligans defeated the Hunter Brothers in 14:52 when Rory Knight defeated Jim Hunter by pinfall the Zebra Crossing. Jim Hunter 40, Lee Hunter 36, Zack Knight 30, Rory Knight 31, no workers, 37D-. In a decent match, the Alpha Males defeated the Models in 8:12 and Yeston Reeves defeated Danny Hope by pinfall the Powerbomb. Charlie Garrett was the weaklings during the Cuba's performance. Danny Hope 37, Joey Haynes 40, Eston Reese 49, Charlie Garrett out there with 22, Joe Haynes in performance and Danny Hope in performance, 42D. In a poor match, Minnie McKenzie defeated Kaylee Ray in 12:25 by pinfall. She makes defense number 1 of her PCW Women's title. Kaylee Ray 37, Minnie McKenzie 29. No work in progress of PCW Women's storyline until that started with the segment. In a decent match, Chris Masters defeated Jack Jester in 19:42 by submission to Master Lock. Jack Jester 39, Chris Masters 35. Extremist Gimmicks got shown a poor. No work in 39D-. In a decent match, Lionheart, Davey Ryan and Ashton Smith defeated Martin Kirby, Robbie Dynamite and Ryan Smiles in 11:32 when Lionheart defeated Robbie Dynamite by pinfall for the Frog Splash. Ashton Smith 39, Davey Ryan 30, Lionheart 37, Ryan Smiles 44, Robbie Dynamite 35 and Martin Kirby 43. Martin Kirby in performance and Dave Ryan in performance at 41D. In a decent match, Dave Mastiff defeated Bram in 7:49 by pinfall the Cannonball. Bram's Davies Egomaniacs got a shrine of Awful. Bram 42, Dave Mastiff 47, no work for 47D. In above our good heat and decent wrestling, Doug Williams defeated Tyson T-Bone in 8:03 by pinfall the Chaos Theory. He's debuted his no gimmick needed gimmick. He's got a shrine of Awful. Doug Williams 60, Tyson T-Bone 42, no work for him. It's a legend of the UK scene appearing in a few of my companies now. In a decent match, Hubba Bubba Lucha defeated the debut in Polo Promotions in 15:23 when Bubblegum defeated Jackie Polo by pinfall the Juicy Fruit Driver. Hubba Bubba Lucha make defense number 1 of their PCW tag team titles. Jackie Polo from Bay for awful, Arrogant Heel on awful. Mark Kofi 30, Jackie Polo 34, Alligator 56, Bubba Gum 55. Mark Kofi and Flying and Jackie Polo in performance of 49D+. In a decent match, Grado defeated Austin Aries in 1440 by pinfall the wee boot. Austin Aries 60, Grado 37, no worker improvements. In about a good heat and good wrestling, Drew Galloway defeated Charles Samuels in 1437 by pinfall with a future shock. Charles Samuels seen off his game, Drew Galloway Davies Rockstar gimmicks got shown of awful. Charles Samuels and Drew Galloway have great chemistry showing their performance, which is good because that's the storyline. Char 50, Drew 56, I'm back storyline has started with this segment. Dolph Ziggler versus Rampage Brown. It's not a main event of the night. In above had fantastic and decent wrestling. Rampage Brown defeated Dolph Ziggler in 22-22 by pinfall the Banebuster suplex. Rampage Brown makes defense number 1 of his PCW Championship. Dolph Ziggler 58, Rampage Brown 45, Rampage Brown in performance of 44D. Stu Bennett versus Nicole, this is our main event, which gets 50-60-. In above had fantastic heat and good wrestling. Stu Bennett defeated Nick Aldis in 25-30 by pinfall the Wastelands. Nick Aldis 54, Stu Bennett 59. He debuts no gimmick needed. It's got a below average. Stu Bennett arrogant heel gimmick, awful. The Hello You storyline started this segment. No work improvements, and that's the end of tonight's show. 350 people got to see this. Increased our popularity in one region. I want to have a look and see if we can get on TV somewhere for this company because they have a deal with Thingamee in real life. I'm going to give it to Dolph Ziggler because he did really well, to be honest. So, praised, and praised. Right. Thank you for watching. We'll see you at the main screen when we go do the overview of every company, see who the champions are, and everything else. Thank you for that. Welcome back. Second time I said that to you guys. First time I'm recording it. So last night, Abyss, I've just signed Abyss. He's here in IPW. He's going to be making some appearances for us. IPW is just my company where I can dick around with it a bit and have a bit of fun with it. We've got 50 active wrestlers. You know, we've got a good little roster. Some of those wrestlers are going to be released over the next few weeks, so a lot of this roster, what you see now, is going to be gone because I'm going to be getting rid of certain stuff from the roster, like the women's division, the IPW UK, International Pro Wrestling UK women's division is going. Has Amazon got a title here then? And it's just our women's champion here. But I'm going to scrap that, so that's going to be gone by the time you come back. Now, I don't know if I can do that the easy way. You know, I keep doing this. And then I can't get the bit at the top back. Where's that bit gone? Thank you. I want that bit so I can zoom in and line them up nicely. And then I'll put that like that. Right. So we've got Big Stars, Not, which is my school, Nick Aldis, which is at the moment is a 49D. Good Friends, Drew Galloway, Stu Bennett at 48D+. My Belt, Dolph Ziggler, Jimmy Havoc at 39. New Guy on the Block, haven't started that. And Why You Here, Bram and Zack Sabre Jr. So we're going to be having a look at not really the roster, but as you can see, the All England champion Mark Haskins, Exodus and Snare, as you saw, have won the tag belts. World champion, for some reason I fricked up and gave the belt to Austin Aries. Super 8 Cup is not until October, and the Z-Force champion is Kip Sabian. Now, I don't mind this roster. I think this roster is amazing, but I'm not happy with having every single company I'm running have a women's division. To the point where actually this company is going to actually have their women's division removed. It's not going to be here anymore. IPW is just going to be a male-based company. I know that we could have had her as a manager for Will Ospreay, but we'll pay Will Ospreay off and make him happy, shall we? But yeah, I'm really happy with how this series is going at the moment. I think we've done really well with each company. It's going to be a struggle before we start, winning with Progress, because of course, Perel Ospreay's got morale issues. Okay, here you go, Will. Have a little bit of money, take her out for a drink and a party and whatever you want to do. Thank you. So we're going to have a look at the product. If I took out the women's wrestling and went to none, that would be the degree of change of the sort of the degrees of eternity. A lot of existing has continued to yeah, we'll just do it because we've got such a good roster that if we do drop a little bit, we've still got our deal with Pivot. I think we've got a deal with Broadcasting Company. Yeah, we've got a deal with Pivot Share, so we'll be able to gain it back quite quickly. But yeah, So Summer Sizzler is our, I think is our, was not our, the anniversary show in November, January, February, November is our big one, which is January, February, October, November, December. So we came around, so that's going to be our big one. So these storylines are not going to end till then, which I won't normally do, but you know, we'll be once we've got this year out of the way, I will be working out the big pay-per-views from IPW after that show. But for Summer Sizzler, we've got a great show scheduled. The Slobber Knock match, as you know, because DD Scare got one win, Hunter Brothers got the other. So that's going to be the final match of them two. Phoenix versus Mark Haskins for the All England title. Filthy Sexy get their rematch against the Monsters. Mighty School and Austin Aries will take on Nick Aldis and Jovis Connors in a tag match. Matt Sydal returns to IPW UK against Kip Sabian for the Z-Force title. And in the main event, we're going to have Stu Bennett, Drew Galloway, Jimmy Havoc and Dolph Ziggler all battle it out for that beautiful, beautiful IPW title. And I've just got word from the IPW Championship Committee, which is me, that Matt Sydal will be making his return against none other than UK. He's in the tag team division. Yeah, but we can get away with this. Against none other than the UK High Flyer, if I can find where he's hiding. Where is the guy I was going to put him against? Not Mark Haskins, Robert Shot Strangler. Matt Sydal versus, there he is, Darryl Allen. Thank you. So Darryl Allen will be taking on Matt Sydal as well, if someone says that. Oh no, Matt Sydal's the one taking on Phoebe. Oh yeah, well, I've got Matt Sydal down. Matt Sydal takes on Kip Sabian and Phoenix takes on. Okay, I don't know what the hell I was thinking then. So yeah, All England Championship, the tag team titles and the heavyweight title all on the line, and Z-Force title. This I will sort something out for. I don't know how this works, so I'll do something for the Super 8 tournament. I'll pick eight men. I don't know. We'll pick some. We'll pick. We'll pick 2 rows of 8 and put them into a tournament. I probably won't. I just probably won't do the Super 8 tournament and just do this. But we'll do the Super 8 show and just give it a new name. What we got? Have we got anything for the IPW? Impact Bound. IPW. Just do IPW Gen. And it's not the actual real logo, and we'll just do that as Fast Pass. There you go. So it's instead of Super 8, we're going to do Fast Pass in October. I know that everything's kind of moving about at the moment, but that's, as you can see, we're having to book shows around when our other wrestlers are available, because you've got Wednesday, Dolph Ziggler's doing something with NXT, you've got Impact with these guys, and then you've got a load of them going to Dragon Gate in a few months as well, so, and I don't know, that's progress. As well, we've got the same problem progress. But let's move on to the next company, Jimmy Star, the only company that has added any additions to the roster. The roster is exactly the same as it was when we started. The only difference is now we have a world champion in Matt Walters. Storylines, Joe Connors and Matt Walters got a 53 C-. Big UK stars, Danny Collins and Jimmy Star also 53 C-. Next Level versus the Pitbulls 38 D-, and then Fury and Tom Falcon 39 D-. At Falling Star Wrestling Never, Russia Curtis will be taking on C.W. Davis. Danny Collins and Joe Connors will be taking on Jimmy Star and Matt Walters in a tag match. That will be your main event of the evening. Lion Kid versus Robbie Reed. Next Level versus the Pitbulls in a dog collar slash, which is a pin match. Patrick Vincent Crown versus Kip Sabian. Team Raw versus the NLP. And Tom Falcon versus Fury in a full county match. So it's Falling Star Wrestling Never. I think Falling Star Wrestling is the one which has grown the best, and the one I haven't been able to get anything for. I'm going to do that in camera if I do things like that, so you guys get to see, so it won't be the end of the month or the start of the month if I show you. So we've got Drago and Miltez, one appearance left. The Atlantis champion is Matt Riddle. The champion is Will Ospreay. I ain't doing that yet. James Drake versus Zach Gibson and women's. I will probably do a 3-night special event at some point with that. So yeah, the chapter, Mum Don't Forget the Tea. Banner Edition versus Hunter Brothers. Bram versus Mil Mortez. Doug Williams versus Zack Sabre Jr. Drago versus Rory Johnson. Drew Galloway versus Mighty Skull. Jimmy Havoc versus Will Ospreay. Rey Mysterio versus Charis Banks. Street Justice versus Hunter Brothers, and Walter versus Matt Riddle. After last month's show, Rey Mysterio was quite happy to sign to us on a permanent deal. So welcome Rey Mysterio on a permanent deal with Progress. I know it isn't realistic, but I think if Progress Wrestling could get Rey Mysterio on a permanent deal, they would. And he's not even our most popular guy. Drew Galloway, then Stu Bennett, then Ospreay, then Nick, and then Pete Dunne. So he's just a bit of a face for the company. But yeah, so you know what's going on in Chapter 68. ASAW, Brian Dixon, our recent show, Jeremy Borash. Ooh. Okay, Jeremy Borash. Okay, so once his TCW contract begins, he'll be able to sign with here as well. Trying to get him because he's been left. So Jody Flash, as you saw, is our world champion. This is Slamfest as our WrestleMania. So at Slamfest, you've got #CCK, All Night Express, First Express versus UK Hooligans. I'll be bringing another 2 tag teams from across the seas. After that, Bulk versus Dave Mastiff, Chris Ridgway versus Alan Jellicoe. The rematch, Drew Galloway versus Ryan Reeves, the main event. This is going to be the semi-main because they don't get on very well, but that'll be for the title. Sammy Smith is just showing Prime and William Eaver versus Rich Swann. I will be confirming 2 new ASAW championships. There'll be the ASAW tag team titles, which will be defended in that humongous 4-way. So that's going to be happening live. Sorry if I go quiet when I'm doing this. That's going to be going on. That's going to be happening. We're also going to be doing bringing back. That's fine. They can go there. Is it? It's under retired. British mid heavyweight. You know, we're going to bring that back, and then that's the open tag team, which I don't mind. So yeah, that's coming back as well. It's just going to be open midweight. Oh god, open midweight, mid heavyweight. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm just going to call it the British. I'm going to call it something totally different. The SAW International Championship. I always put championship. I don't think I need to, but hey ho, I like to do that. So that's going to be the International Championship for ASAW. I'm just going to go to Jen because I know I can get a nice looking international bout, which is that one. We'll just have that for now. You know, I mean, you know, we're bringing in all these foreigners and, you know, from overseas like they would, you know, this company does. I've seen them advertise it on Facebook and stuff, and they have a lot of British guys as well, not big named British guys like we've got on the roster, like Bram or... I think Bram has appeared for them, actually, so... Probably like, there we go. Oh, God, just moved the computer, you won't see that. But yeah, so they're going to be 2 bouts which are going to be at that show. I'm thinking about doing the rematch between Chris Ridgway and Angelico for that bout. So we'll see. Actually, no, I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to book a match right now for that. It's going to be a ladder match. 5-way? Nope. 6-way? Yep. 6-way ladder match. And it's going to feature... K Noir. I've got to remember who I've already got booked. Jack Sexsmith. Sammy Smooth's already booked, I do feel so. Adam Chase. He's already in the thing. Damien Moser. Ricky Knight Jr. And of course, Shark Boy. There you go. That's going to be a new match. So yeah, storyline wise, we've got ASA. I've already done that. That's what I'm doing again. Let's move on now to the final number 5 company, run by Steven Regal. This is going to be another company that I think I'm going to get rid of the women's division in as well. Kaylee Ray has issues. So this women's division is a better one, but just not enjoying doing it. I'm just going to release all of these, and then we'll have no problem. And then we'll get rid of the women's division and PCW as well, and hopefully it's not going to do any favours. But we'll see. But yeah, so PCW, our last show we did, and you got PCW is another company I cannot get any deals for. No, I can. Right, okay then, but I don't think they will allow us. PC, yeah, so they've already got enough, so they won't allow us to even go for that. Right, roster, we've cut it down a bit now, so it should be easier to book every show. Now only got 34, which is nice. I don't care. I'm just going to go no, none. I'm going to save that. I know that will. Okay, none. Storylines. So you got Hello You. I am back. I hate your guts, you idiot. PCW Championship, Dolph Ziggler, Rampage Brown, Dean Allmark, and Kenny Williams for the Cruiserweight Tag Team. Super Show. I haven't got anything booked for the Super Show just yet. I don't know if that's our end of the year special, but it probably will be. So that's going to be another season finale. You get to watch in the aspect of everything. That's going to be another season finale next month. I ain't got nothing booked for it, but expect to see some names come over, and I know I've got some big names signing soon. But I'm going to actually make this an announcement now. Our good friends over at WWE, who are in here somewhere. Can we get where are? Do you know what, WWE ain't even in the WWE universe, even though they're the ones who set it up. So I'm gonna have to do that because that's where certain things have gone wrong. But WWE ain't in there. But I was gonna bring in Jack Gallagher and Noam Dar for the night. But yeah, they'll be coming in. I'll get that fixed after I spoke to you guys. But I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again next time live on this beautiful 5 companies in 1 country. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.